Which of the following describes absence of sense of smell? So if we remember our medical terminology, we know that words beginning with A mean without. So for example, another word that you may know could be asymptomatic, and that means without symptoms, because we know that this part is symptoms, how the patient feels, and then A is the meaning of without. So without symptoms, asymptomatic. So therefore we know that in this example, without an absence of smell, that the term should begin with the letter A as well. So we can narrow it down to anosmia and agresia. The other options do not mean without a sense of smell, but could also relate to the definition of smell. For example, in option B, we see dysosmia, and dysosmia means a distortion of the sense of smell. You may hear also other terms that start with dys, which have similar beginning sounds. For example, the word dysuria also has to do with dysfunctional urination. It doesn't mean no urination at all, but it means painful urination, so it's some sort of dysfunction with urination. In this case, dysosmia, we know that it relates to dysfunction in smell. So it has the same ending as these other terms that also relate to smell, such as anosmia, but in this case for option B, dysosmia means dysfunctional smell, not no smell at all. However, if we take a look back at option A, we see that same ending, nosmia, and we know that nosmia, based on, we were saying that option B means dysfunctional smell, we know that nosmia ending means smell, and we were saying how A in front means absence of or none, no smell, and that's what we are looking for this question, so therefore option A will be our correct choice. Going back to options C and D, we know that option C also starts with A, so it means without. However, it's not referring to without smell, it's referring to without sense of taste. So this relates to taste, and therefore is not the correct answer to this question. Option D, just like option B, also has that dys in front, so we know it has to do with some sort of dysfunction. However, the gracia, we were saying, has to do with taste, so it means dysfunctional taste. So we can eliminate option D. Therefore, anosmia, option A, no sense of smell, correctly answers this question for absence of smell.